In this video, we're going to talk about setting. We know the setting of the story is when and where it takes place. Now, the where is the location. The place it's happening. Such as Alvin, Texas. Or at my house. Or at school. Or on a beach. Or even on the school bus. Now, the when of a story is the time and or date of the story. It can be a specific day, like March 25th, or a time, such as 9 a.m., or noon, or it can be more generic, such as in the morning, or late at night. It can even just be a year, such as 1986, or it can be like during World War II. All these are examples of where or when a story can take place. When you're reading a story, to help you understand the setting, look towards the text features, such as pictures. They'll help you understand or to give you more detail of what the setting looks like. An example would be the article, the story I read, Attack from Outer Space. This front 2 pages shows a picture of outer space. And I can guess from the picture that this story is most likely going to be about or in outer space, or maybe a city that or a place that studies outer space, like NASA. Or maybe that's affected by outer space. We also want you, as you read, to think about how the characters feel about the story, about the setting. Does this affect how the story is going? Do they feel anxious, excited, happy? What are their thoughts about the setting? We also want you to pull details or facts, evidence from the story to prove your answers or thoughts. We want you to have evidence to back up what you're thinking. An example would be if the story says the sun is high in the sky. That tells us that it's daytime, because that is when the sun is out, we know that it's daytime. And lastly, we want you to notice that the setting changes and why it changes. Is it important? How does it affect the story? We know that in plays, one scene equals one setting. So if the setting changes, we know the scene has changed. For other stories, find out if the setting changes and why it's important, if it's important. Does it go from later in the day, early in the morning to later in the day? Or do you go from your house, the house, to school? What makes the change? What are the changes and why are they important?